Hey beauties, it's Ty and welcome back to Ty Fitness. First and foremost, I really have to give a special shout out to Adonis Hill. He is on my Twitter and on my Instagram at Adonis Hill, and he recently gave me a shout out and a BBA approval, Body by Adonis approval, for one of the pictures I posted of the progression showing my back fat and how I have decreased it significantly from September, probably about mid September, and then until what it looks like today. So I really want to again thank you for giving me the recognition. Like you said, real recognizes real, so we both look real familiar to each other. If you're not following him, please check him out. Again, Adonis Hill. He is at Body by Adonis on Twitter and on Instagram. So basically, I've had a lot of questions since then asking me specifically how I lost my back fat. And honestly, people, I have to tell you, there is no exercise that you can do to lose back fat. Now, behind that, I will say that you really do need to increase cardio, and you also need resistance training, which is weight training, to help strengthen the muscle underneath the fat. And with doing so, that will help you burn more fat to remove it. However, the key in removing back fat is very simple. It is eating clean, having a clean diet. Now, I put that information out there, and the question I got back is, what is a clean diet? It seems like people have a general consensus of what it is, or some of them don't even know altogether. And there is a lot that you can say in this category, but it all boils down to having elimination of processed food in your diet. So when you say processed food, that's like fast food, boxed food, canned foods, anything that has added preservatives in it. Those are the kind of things that you want to start to remove from your diet. Now, going back to, I would say about June, I started doing Insanity, and at the time I was about 205 pounds. And there was a member on my Fitness Pal. She's one of my good girls, Miss Courtney. She had posted a picture of herself, and it showed the removal, or the progression of her back fat within doing Insanity. So I was super excited. I'm like, yay! I'm gonna do this program. I'm gonna lose this back fat, and I thought that would be that. So I did Insanity. I again started about 205 pounds. At the end of the program, I was about 187 pounds, and I lost about 27 inches. I gained a lot of strength. I gained a lot of endurance, and I highly suggest for somebody that's physically fit enough that it is a program that you may want to consider. But what I noticed is that I still had a lot of midsection fat in general, like my tummy, my sides, and my back. They weren't where I thought they would be at the end of the program. Excuse me. So what I did is I kind of went back through my food log on my Fitness Pal, and I kind of evaluated what it was that I was eating and other activity that I was doing. Now, mind you, I was jogging at the time, probably doing about 2 miles a day on top of doing my Insanity, and I did eat. I ate well, but it wasn't consistent. I sporadically ate fast food, a lot of candy, different things like that. So to me, that was the thing that stood out the most as what needed to change. So I ended September, the mid September, September 14th to be exact. I finished Insanity. I took about a week off, and then I started again. The second time I started, I did eat more clean. I paid more attention to what it was I was consuming. And at the end of the program, which was just recently, as you can see from my pictures, it's basically gone. I removed a lot of belly fat, I removed a lot of back fat. And the only thing I changed from the first round to the second round of Insanity was one, eating more, frequently, consistently clean, and then also I increased my cardio. So along with doing Insanity, I ran. I currently run about 5 miles or so per day. So that's something that I enjoy, but that's not something you should do if you don't like specifically to run. So maybe you like Zumba, or maybe you like basketball, something that's going to increase your cardio to help you remove the fat. That's something you should look into. And then also, again, with weight training and resistance training, I have not been in a gym in many months. Maybe within the last 6 months, I have not been in a gym. So I did not um do real weight training like on a schedule, but I have weights at home that I purchased from Walmart, and they were about $20. They go up to 40 pounds, which would be 20 on each hand. And I did those weights. I did little moves with those that I found on the internet. So I'm going to be starting to post, and if you are on my Instagram, you'll see that I posted two of weighted moves that I do frequently to help strengthen my muscle. And again, with strengthening the muscle underneath the fat, you're burning more fat. So that is the benefit of weight training. Again, with increased cardio, you're burning more fat. And then with eating clean, you're removing the toxins and impurities from your body, which allows your belly to, and your midsection fat in general, to go down. So those are the things that I did to remove my belly fat. I really want to get into clean eating and explaining that, but I haven't prepped my meals for the week, and I think it's a more beneficial for me to first do my meal prep, and then I can do a video of meal prep and clean eating explanation. But just to give you a small preview, again, clean eating is in general removing processed food from your diet. You can search and find a lot of explanations, but that is going to be the bottom line. You really need to get rid of those processed foods. I know I see a lot of you eating like Marie Calendar meals and things like that, or Healthy Choice Smart meals, and that's, it's a better option than some things that you can choose. But what you really need to understand, those are processed foods. They're loaded with sodium to preserve it. So if you're eating a Marie Calendar meal that per se has chicken and corn and green beans, it's a frozen meal. You can make that meal yourself. The benefit of doing so is you know specifically what has gone into it. You can control what's in there. You can control your macros as far as your carbs, your sodium, your sugar. So those are things that you should really start to take into consideration. So I've already made a meal prep video prior, but I think that I'm going to start doing it at least every other week, because I have a lot of people asking me about it. And again, tomorrow I will make my meal prep video, and within making my meal prep video, I'm going to explain specific macros, and those will be your carbs, your sodium, and your sugar, because those are three things that I specifically make sure that I keep in check at all times. Again, too, you really need to make sure that you are watching your calorie content, and you need to make sure you're consuming enough food for your body. I know that a lot of you members on my fitness pal, you're so gun ho about losing 2 pounds per week, but realistically on a 1200 calorie diet is not, it may not be the best option for you. So what I did specifically to lose more weight when I was in my plateau, and this was back in March, I increased my calories. I was at 1200. I think I went as high as 1800 calories. So I strongly suggest that's something that you look into, and that's something that I will get into in the next video. It's going to be posted no later than Monday, but again, it's going to show you a few of the things that I'm prepping this week. It's also going to explain to you more in depth clean eating, and then also go over to my Facebook page, because I posted a link on Friday that kind of gives you an insight on clean eating, and that is something that you can use as a baseline for information. So my Facebook is Thai Fitness. You may need to enter it in as a full link, which will be www.facebook.com/Thai Fitness to find the page. But like me there, follow along, because I'm really going to start posting more information for you beauties that you've been requesting, specifically like with foods that you should avoid, foods that you really should consume, and just more help in general with eating clean. So that will be the benefit of following me there. And if you have any questions that you wanted to know for the next video, please, please, please comment here because I'm going to be making a video tomorrow night. If you want to have any specific questions about clean eating or any more specific questions about what I did to lose my back fat, leave a comment here. I'll read them and then I'll incorporate that in the next video. So hopefully you found some information here valuable as I would prefer you did. And again, I want to thank Adonis Hill. I want to thank all you beauties on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I just started a Pinterest. I'm learning it. I apologize. I'm not the best at it right now, but I'm learning it. I'm going to be pinning more things. So I appreciate all the love and support. And you beauties, come back here. We'll have a new video by Monday posted again to give you more insight on clean eating. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good one.